Hey everybody, welcome back to my basement, which looks a lot different from the last video I uploaded. I'm happy to say that the basement development is progressing really nicely, and I'm at a point now where I can bring some fish tanks back from my parents' basement into my own. Let me quickly show you what the basement looks like. The stairs are obviously in the same spot as before. And in my old videos, my office used to be right here. My desk was there, and then the fish tanks were kind of along that wall and along this wall. Well, this is now a family room with our TV, and we have a bathroom right here, which still needs to get finished, which I'm waiting for a reading break to kind of do the last of the plumbing and do the tile and stuff around the shower. And then this disaster is now a bedroom slash office because this is the only window in my basement. So this is my office, and then this is the complete disaster of a space here. Still getting this stuff figured out. So I've brought the 120 back with this stand that I quickly whipped together to use in my parents' basement, and I'm using it for the time being. And then I brought the 30 back, which has the some tropheus growing out, and that is one of my grow outs. I ended up selling all those fish, so yeah, right now just 2 out of 3 tanks. I got to get this closet finished. I'm putting in the shelving today probably, and then I can install the bifold door. And then for water changes, this is the system that I have here. So this is the mechanical room with my water heater, and my furnace is right there. And what I did was I took my old water change system, which still works perfect, and I just tapped it into my main hot and cold water lines there and have it right here. It's pretty cramped in here, but the system still works. And then I'm still using the same floor drain in the basement that I've always used since day one. So I just take this hose and I siphon drain water to the hole, and then when I go to do water changes, I just fill it up using this system. If you want more info on this thing, I got a video posted on that. So the focus of the video today I wanted to talk about was safety. And I finally was able to do something I've wanted to do since I started the aquarium hobby, and that was put a GFCI breaker in the receptacle in the wall that I'm using to power all my fish tanks. And I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. So if you look down behind my tank, I mean, this is a terrible way to film it, but you can see a little LED light there. That is a GFCI receptacle, which has a built-in circuit breaker. And I think that that's the number one thing you can do to your aquariums to improve their safety. Let's go to my bathroom so we can look at one in better detail. So here in my bathroom is a GFCI breaker. And you probably have these in the bathrooms of your house. Hopefully they're up to building code, where you have 2 buttons, and then most of the newer ones have a little LED there to tell you that it's on. Gotta love my painting skills. So what these do is they measure the amount of current going out of the ungrounded hot wire, and then the amount of current returning back in through the grounded neutral wire. And as soon as there's a discrepancy in the flow between out and in, it turns the circuit off. I think it's about 5 milliamps for most residential GFCIs. And so, for example, if you're blow drying your hair in the bathtub and you drop the hair dryer, that bathtub is gonna send energy through your body instead of going back in through here. I'm really oversimplifying it, and then it turns off. And when it turns off, I can show you, it turns off the power, which is what we want when there is a ground somewhere. So let's go back to the fish tank. So while I was taking this fish tank down to bring it back over, I noticed that this Marineland Precision heater had water condensation on the inside. You guys see that right there? That's a big problem. That means that the seal in the heater has been compromised and it's leaking water inside. As you can see, this thing is in perfect condition. You know, like there's no cracks or breaks or anything like that, but the seal between the plastic body and the glass is compromised, and this thing actually wiggles now. So I immediately took this thing out and I called Marineland, and they quickly sent me a replacement right there, which they covered under warranty, which is awesome. But if this heater were to do something nasty, like totally fail, maybe the glass cracks, and the heater, which is, you know, run by electricity, obviously, it starts to leak electricity into your fish tank, a GFCI breaker will be able to pick that up and hopefully save your fish's lives and maybe save you from a fire in your house or other sorts of really undesirable outcomes. So technically speaking, anywhere you have lots of water and electricity, you should be using a GFCI breaker. And they are super easy to install. I'm not going to instruct you on how to do that because I am not an expert in electrical stuff, but there's hundreds of good YouTube videos on how to do it. And if you don't know how and you're not comfortable, just hire an electrician to come. It's super easy. They cost about 20 bucks, and your old one goes out, your new one goes in, and they're direct fit and replacement. So that way, if anything goes wrong in your fish tank, you accidentally drop maybe one of your lights on the inside, a heater cracks, or you get a leak in the fish tank and water starts to come in and get inside some of your power bars or whatever the situation is, a GFCI can make a huge difference in safety. Of course, you want to try to incorporate drip loops in systems so that water doesn't go directly inside. I gotta hang this power bar up. But I just think for the average fish keeper, a $20 GFCI receptacle is a great way to protect your fish and your house and your family. So yeah, thanks for sticking with me during this hiatus of videos of me not having tanks, but the tanks are coming back and so are the videos. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you have yourselves a great day.